we have one of America's most prominent voices on the subject of illegal immigration, author and radio talk show host Lou Dobbs. Welcome back, Lou. And I have to begin by showing you something you may not have seen. You've been one of the toughest voices on illegal immigration in the country for the last several years.
Did you say one of the clearest?
Toughest. Okay, clearest, toughest. Both. I'll go with both. And you've taken some heat from Jon Stewart, but not this week. Take a look.
I just wish there was a voice of reason out there, someone who could see this issue clearly.
I have to insist that we recognize those anchor babies as citizens of this country.
Lou Dobbs thinks your immigration measure is too draconian. Lou Dobbs. Lou Dobbs, who spent the last 15 years of his life trying to get Dora the Explorer deported.
And of course he's doing that because you disagree with Senators Lindsey Graham, John McCain, Mitch McConnell, who say, let's take a look at this constitutional right.
I have no problem with taking a look at any right and examining it, so long as it is, the purpose is to bolster the public's understanding and knowledge of those rights, which I think is clearly needed here. The idea of denying citizenship to those who are permitted citizenship under the Citizenship Clause of the 14th Amendment, to me, I'm a law and order guy. I want our borders secured. I want our immigration laws enforced. I want the American people represented in all their interests. And it's not in the interest of the American people, in my judgment at least, to roll back laws, and because the result may be inconvenient to some and their political views, including mine, frankly. I don't think that that's the way to proceed.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second. Those who are making this argument say you've got people coming here simply for the purpose of having babies, dropping babies here, and then if you look at other liberal democracies, England, France, and Europe, they don't have birthright citizenship.
Absolutely. We are the only nation. It's one of the reasons I embrace the idea of hearings. We're the only nation on earth that gives birthright citizenship, and 400,000 anchor babies are estimated to have been born in this country last year. It's an immense problem, but the way to deal with that problem is rationally, through public discussion, through the American way, and the middle class to be represented, those who aspire to it, including, by the way, those who are born into their citizenship in this country of illegal immigrant parents.
I think one of the things that surprised a lot of people here is that one of the first voices to call for this, Lindsey Graham, someone who has been advocating a pathway to citizenship for legal immigrants, a sign of great frustration on all sides of this issue.
I think you're exactly right, George. Senator Graham, Senator Kyle of Arizona, two moderates, men who've worked very hard in good faith with the factions seeking unconditional amnesty, open borders. They are so frustrated by being met with any resistance to compromise. I believe that all of those groups have overstepped. Those on the left, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, the Business Roundtable, La Raza, LULAC, you name the group. These are people demanding, these are interest groups demanding from the left the whole loaf. I'm among those who've been trying to come up with an intelligent compromise. They're intractable. They are going to defeat the very interest of the people they purport to represent. That's the illegal immigrant. Our economics are working against them. They have moved to the wrong side of history on this issue. This is a time for reason. This is a time for moderation and proportion. And they're exhibiting not any inclination whatsoever to move in that direction, the national interest.
You don't sound very hopeful. We only have about 10 seconds left. Any possibility of common ground in the next year?
Not unless those groups understand they're not going to demand citizenship, and we're going to move forward as a matter of national interest, not special interest.
Okay, Lou Dobbs, thanks very much.
Great to be with you, George.